Hi lovelies! Welcome to Managing My Money with Rosa. Today we are going to unstuff my savings challenge envelope and we are going to stuff all of my individual savings challenges as well as mark them on all of their trackers. If you are new here, hey! Thanks so much for stopping by. I would really appreciate if you would take a second and hit subscribe down below. My channel is about my budgeting journey. It is about my personal budget, my monthly budget, my weekly budget. It's about savings challenges. I also do some investing, so sometimes it's about my bounces, sometimes it's about my dividend investing. It's just all about my finances. If any of that sounds of interest to you, please hit subscribe. I'm trying really hard to get to 500 subscribers, and you hitting that just helps me get one step closer. If you are a subscriber, thank you. I appreciate so much that you are willing to take a little bit more of your time and spend it with me. Thank you. So let's get started. I have a variety of things, some things that I've made, some things that I've printed, some things that I've bought. It just all depends. I try to be frugal on a budget, but at the same time, when there's something I like, I'm gonna spend it. So let's start with my savings challenge envelope. I made this envelope. There is a link down below on how I made these. Almost all of my personal cash and sinking fund envelopes are envelopes that I made out of cardstock. Quite simple, quite easy, doesn't take too long, roughly about $5–10, just depends on colors of cardstock and if you have tape or scissors and you have to purchase that kind of stuff. So some of this I have made. Some of this, on the other hand, I actually went to the Budget Mom, signed up for her free newsletter, and because I signed up for her free newsletter, I now have access to all of those free resources that she has, and I found some of the most beautiful envelopes that I just absolutely adored and loved, took the time, printed them off, cut them, taped them, all of that good stuff. But there are other cheaper ways that you can possibly get these. Make them yourself, find a template, or maybe you just want to order them from somewhere. The only thing I strongly suggest, guys, you should never go into debt to get something that's cute that you really, really like. The whole point of budgeting is to get out of debt. Well, at least one of my whole points of budgeting is to get out of debt. So let's get into this. I, like sinking funds, have way too many savings challenges that I go through and divvy up a little here and a little there. So every time I get paid or my husband gets paid or we get extra money, I take and I divvy all of it up, and some of it goes into my savings challenge envelope waiting for me to stuff and color and do all of that fun stuff. So today we're going to break it all apart. We're going to start with my nickel challenge. My nickel challenge, I also believe, all over the place. I also believe in every challenge should have a purpose. You shouldn't just do it to do it. You need to know what are you going to do with it once you reach that goal. So my nickel challenge is specifically for me to have an extra emergency fund. Now, a nickel challenge, the way you're supposed to do it is add 5 cents every day for 365 days. And at the end, you will have saved roughly $3,300. I'm awful at following directions. Therefore, I'm doing it my way. I also don't see me saving a nickel here and a nickel there. So instead, I have kind of saved some money to the side and then from there, figure out what I can color in. So we've got $25 and then we've got some change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 cents. Nickels, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 cents, and dimes, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 cents. So altogether, I have $26.35 to shade in. Now, before I shade in, we're going to get all of my money off of my table. Now, like I said, I believe in sometimes using some of the things that you have around the house to be frugal. Sometimes I buy things. This not so lovely container is something that I had actually gotten from the Dollar Tree. Didn't do with it what I was going to. I tried to do something with it once and I didn't like the way it worked. So instead I've repurposed it and now it houses all of my change for my 5 cents challenge. Cute label so that I know. Hold on. Okay, sorry that gets a little loud. And then I set it to the side. And that's where all my change is going. My goal, hopefully, all of my change will be able to fit in there and I won't overflow, so I can take it to the bank easily. And then my Budget Mom envelope. One thing, I'm very organized. I believe in keeping all of my funds organized, all of my money in order. So this really bothers me, but we're just gonna let it go. Put my $20 in there. Cute, it says emergency fund all over it. Set it to the side, and what we said, we had $26.35. I try to start with my largest value, so minus $17.85. Let's find something to shade in real quick. Again, savings challenges don't have to be done in order, as you can see, but they have to be done how your budget works and how your brain thinks. All right, so what we have, $8.50 left? Yes, $8.50. So let's go find $8.50. Yay, it's empty. We'll go ahead and shade it the same color. And just start somewhere. Even if you do start in order, there is nothing wrong with that, but pick a challenge and start it with the intent of saving for something so that you can grow things. So this, again, the goal is to have an extra $3,000 for an emergency fund. All right, up next is a couple of 52-week savings challenges. Now this first one is where I save a quarter each week. Now again, not doing it in the right order, but that's okay. I have $5 to go towards it, plus we're gonna add some change. So there's $1, $2.50, so $7.50 is what we have. Good, and it's not shaded in. So because of that, we will shade in real quick. But even if you are like me and you don't do it in order, guys, start with something, start saving so that you know where it's going. Now again, like I said at the beginning of this video, I am all about, well, I'm not all about, I do investing, both dividend investing and I play some bounces here and there. So have a purpose for why you're doing all of it. Again, frugal versus like to go spend money. I try to be frugal in some places. One of those is I actually am using Ziploc baggies to hold my change. It all goes into a cute box that I got from the Dollar Tree when everything was still $1. And then a budget mom that I was willing to spend money on the ink. I had to print them, and then I taped them. I have double-sided sticky tape. So again, that frugal with the luxury item for me, but that is for specifically investing. Up next is another 52-week savings challenge, and this one is 50 cents every week. So it increases, and the point is to earn almost $700 to pay down some more debt. I have not a whole lot of different things that are debt, but I do, I would like to pay down. Specifically, we have an RV that I would love to pay down. So 5, there's $1.06, there's $1.07.50. So naming it for me, and although this doesn't say RV, maybe by the time I get this done, the RV will be paid off. It'll just go into something else that is debt related so that I can officially say we're down a little bit more, yay! So before I stuff the $5, something else, again, not going into debt, to get those cutesy things. If you don't have a printer at home and you want to order somebody's envelopes, great. You do you, and you find ones that you are going to love. But until you can save up money for those, I just want to say that Ziploc baggies are the most amazing things ever, because cash and Ziploc baggies, cash fits perfectly in there. It lays flat, closes up. When I did 52-week savings challenges years ago for my children, it's how I used to save extra money for Christmas for each of them. I used Ziploc baggies. I didn't have envelopes. Instead, everything went into a Ziploc baggie and then into some kind of a container to keep all of it nice and safe, which is, I'm partly still doing that, but now I have cute envelopes that I really like to help hold the cash, at least. I get my $5 in there. All right. Now, I don't know that I'm going to be able to fund these 3 in the year. I don't know that the emergency fund is going to get done by December. I don't know that I'm going to get my 52-week quarter savings challenge. I don't even think I'm going to be able to get done my 50-cent savings challenge, but that's okay. I don't know that my budget can really afford to save all of that money. However, one that I am really focusing on is my Christmas challenge, my 52-week $1, save $1 every week challenge. This is one that I am striving to get funded by the end of the year because it will pay for Christmas. Christmas. That $1,378, guys, I looked at my budget from last year's Christmas, and that's roughly what I spent. So if I can save all of this, I don't have to worry about where's Christmas coming from. And that's one of the big purposes for me for identifying where each of these funds is going to. So we only have $30 to put in here this time, but that is a-okay, because you know what? It's $30 that I don't have to come up with later. So even if I don't make it to this goal, I'm hoping to have Christmas funded by Thanksgiving, so that I can for certain go finish spending all of my money on everything. But even if I don't, that's okay. I'll be a lot closer than I was last year. Last year I wasn't close at all in what I needed to spend. So let me stuff my $30 in here and then close it. All right, but hopefully we can get Christmas funded November-ish. But that is the goal, is to really focus on making sure funds get put into Christmas. Now another one that I have is my home improvement. These are just cute puzzle pieces I found online. Nothing extra special about them. I decided that each puzzle piece was worth $10. I put a little bit here, a little bit there into it. For example, like I have $13. I'm only going to put 10 in. We're going to hold the other 3 out to the side for a little bit until we can get it up. Now, I have seen some people who go ahead and put that extra in. I'm not one of those people. I will end up with, I think it says $700. I will end up with $700 in my home improvement envelope, and probably not too much more, because I have so many savings challenges. I want to make sure they all get fully funded, so I don't want to shortchange anybody by putting a little extra in here, a little extra in there. All right, again, another cute Budget Mom envelope. Drop my 10 in, and moving on. Up next is an alphabet challenge. Again, it's the exact same puzzle pieces that were in my home improvement. I just changed the size of them so that I could shade each, so that they all fit on one page. These are specifically to go towards my daughter's wedding. No, we're not even engaged yet. Shh, don't tell her I'm saving money for a wedding. This will only be $545, which I know is not going to be enough. My sweet pea is way expensive, but I figured this will put me ahead of starting at 0 when we finally do get engaged. Oh, $6. So again, put the 5 in, keep the 1 out. But you know, I could have picked any value for each one of these to fill in, and I picked 5. And again, I think this is absolutely gorgeous, so we're going to use it. Wedding, drop in another 5. All right, next up is my savings challenges for my holidays. Now, we are not huge holiday people around here, mostly because holidays are expensive, and I don't typically have a whole lot of extra spending money left over. So 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to talk and color at the same time. So I typically don't have a whole lot of money left over for holidays. So this year I started with Valentine's Day in February, and I have to tell you, I think I saved like $20-something, and it was nice to know that I could just go to the store and spend $20, and I didn't have to worry about where in my budget that money was going to come from. I actually had a couple dollars left over, so I rolled that into my Easter fund. Saved almost $50 for Easter. Now we only do have one left at home for holidays, but you know, it's nice to know that I don't have to think about where is all of that coming from. This is just a color sheet that I found offline, came home, printed it, and colored pencils, and I kind of decided that each one of these was worth $1. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I needed to shade this one in too. I decided each one of these was going to be worth $1, so every time I color one in, I know that I've saved an extra $1. Will I shade in the whole coloring sheet? Maybe, maybe not, but that's okay. You do what works for you. Isn't that adorable? I love this envelope. Oh, okay, sorry. Drop my $5 in, and the intent is this year, maybe we'll get sparklers, maybe we'll get some fireworks. Who knows what we're gonna do, but now I have money for it. So that's exciting all in itself. All right, and my last savings challenge is my save $2,022 in 2022. Now my goal is to save an extra $2,000 for my 1 month ahead, and I figured this was a fun way to do this. So I am a tracking nerd. I need you to know I'm a numbers nerd. I love all things that just logistically go in order. Because of that, I have figured out how many of each of these I have. I want to make sure that I'm not saving all my big ones till the end. I need you to know that when I started this challenge, it was really overwhelming because there were a lot of nothing colored in, and we are now in May, 5 months into this, and oh my gosh, I look at the sheet and I get so excited because I know I am getting closer to an extra $2,000. All right, so with that, I say that just because I want you to know, start somewhere. Start somewhere. It doesn't have to be somewhere really, you know, it takes time. This is 5 months worth of work here. And this is one that I am intentionally, like Christmas, I am intentionally trying to make sure it gets filled in, which means if nothing else gets money into its savings challenge, 1 month ahead does. Christmas does, because those are two goals that I for certain want to reach. Now frugal, I know, I'm sorry. I went to the Dollar Tree. They didn't have any of those cute little boxes to put everything that everybody does their 100 box challenge in, or their 100 envelope challenge in. So I looked around the house. I came up with a little container, a Tupperware container that I had. I was like, oh, I can use that. I grabbed one of my little stickers, put it on the front of it, and then I took index cards, folded them in half. That's all they are. They hold money wonderfully, as you can see. Not too big, not too small. They might be a little short for some of you, but I don't mind the money sticking out. It helps me move it around. I think it looks really awesome, hanging all of that green out in the top. And then I just take my money, stuff it in my envelope, and put it in the back. And I know that, I don't remember how many things there are here, but for each one of these, there's that number of envelopes in here as well. Again, frugal, working on a budget here. If you can get one of those great envelopes, or if you have a way to make yourself a 100 envelope challenge, or maybe you buy a 100 envelope challenge, please take advantage of that. Do it. You need to do what helps you continue to save money. So my continue is the purpose behind all of it, which I keep saying, and I know I feel like a broken record, but that's why I continue to do it, because each of these goals is important to me, and funding them and then being able to have that cash on hand is just really important to me. So that's why I do it. So the next one is going to be a 45. And then I just fold it all up and get it in there. And again, I've watched lots of people who do these. Oh, I was supposed to be marking these off. Shame on me. So that was 100 that just got stuffed. It was a 45 that just got stuffed. And now I'm going to do a 20. Ooh, I haven't used this color. That'll look nice. I don't know what I was talking about, so we'll just talk about something else. And if this is, I don't remember. But just pick somewhere, guys. These are fun. You can make these. You don't have to go all out. I had someone who even commented, I don't have access to a printer. And so we got creative, and I said, well, could you get like stickers or write on a piece of paper? So they went and got stickers, and now for every sticker they put on the piece of paper and make it cute. Whatever works for you. Draw circles, shade them in, something. But start a savings challenge, guys. Even if it's just one, decide what you need to, or what you want, and go from there. And then make that goal, reach that goal. It is so satisfying to reach that goal. All right, and my little envelope box is getting a little tight. It was so funny. When I first started this, I was like, oh my gosh, there's so much room in here. But you know, as you put cash into it, it fills out. It's the most amazing thing ever. All right, and then I only have $4 left. This is all just gonna go sit to the side and wait for the next time that I stuff all of my savings challenges, and maybe it'll be at $5 and it can go into an envelope. So those are all of my savings challenges. If you have not already, please take a second, hit that like button down below. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a great day. Bye, guys.